Nothing more fascinating than to hear all of these conversations today about what real men is, what men's duties are, what men are supposed to do. The same people, you talking about women especially, that have been lifelong feminists, talking about what a traditional man is, men's responsibility, all centered around men paying bills, men spending money, men taking care of them, men being 100% provider. Remember now, you're a guy number 30. These women have not been traditional their whole life. Something changed. And we know what it is. It's certainly not their mindset, their mentality, and their hearts. Salute to you ladies. It's something that's changing the economy. When you were to take your car to the dealership now, I mean, dealership rates are over $200 an hour to get a car fixed. You take it to the regular good shop around here, you are at least $1.75 an hour for labor. For simple things that need to be done on your vehicle. Costs are up, inflation is up, rent, mortgage, repairs. You call a guy out to just diagnose a problem at your house. It's expensive. So it really is a situation out of necessity that they're talking about all this traditionalism. The government has divorced women. I mean, obviously, if I'm not getting into politics, but if Harris had won, they would probably still be making more videos about men are useless, men should be born in jail and earn their way out. They choose to bear. All these videos that they used to make, can't find them now. You call a woman a feminist today, whop, she might slap you in the face. What are you calling a feminist, you crazy old man? I ain't no feminist. They want to talk about men. They want everything about what men need to be doing, what men should be doing. They don't even want to talk about the kindness that men should be receiving. Have a conversation about how do you treat a man? How do you take care of a man? What do you need to be to how do you treat a man? How are men supposed to be treated? How to maintain a relationship with a man? They'll look at you with a 1,000-yard stare. That part of the equation hasn't been considered, because what they have to offer you is box, pre-owned box. All they have to offer you is heavily, vigorously, viciously pounded out pre-owned box. And we'll say, we'll put you in close proximity to this pre-owned box. We will ration it out to you, but you have to pay all the bills, take care of us. Now, we want to be under your wallet, but we don't really want to be under your leadership. And you have to sign that government slave contract in the West called marriage, where the relationship is always going to be about me. Remember, you have to praise me, give me attention, recognize that I'm a baddie, even though I got salt and pepper here on my box, and I'm older, and I'm getting the menopausal mustache, the turkey necks, the crow's feet. Yes, I'm old too, ladies. Let me have it. But they want you to pedestalize and treat them a certain way. These feminists. And you know that the system has collapsed because they were hoping that the government would be there for them. The government would be their man. But with these prices out here today, it is brutal. Gentlemen, the missing ingredient is your money. You're delusional to think that anything else matters about your money. All of a sudden, women like you. They don't like you. Even the guys who can have sex with a bunch of women are still not committing to these women, because they know within itself that these particular women offer them no value in the relationship, because they were not raised to offer you any value. They were raised to extract value from you. They weren't raised to take care of no man or look out for a man that looks out for them. They were raised to receive and extract value from you and see you as an evil, patriarchal, oppressive person. Serving you is considered like it's horrible. The idea of serving you is like they feel like they're a character from The Color Purple. It's abusive. They talk about it in the sisterhood. They can't even say a woman in a relationship with a man, if she's smart, she won't even tell other women how good she treat her man. Women may look, women, if you got a good man in your life, keep it to yourself. These women out here, women sabotage, men compete. These women out here will destroy your household. They will destroy your house. They might even, try to give your man some pre-owned just to sabotage your relationship, because misery likes company. Misery loves company. And they don't want to hear that you cook your man a nice meal because he came home from work tired. You give him a back rub because he's worked his ass off. You took care of him. You looked out for him. You take care of his physical needs. They're going to say, well, girl, you're treating him too good. These men, they don't deserve that because they were raised in the mentality and mindset of feminism to punish men. And men are less than them. The idea of treating somebody kind, who treats you kind, if he's a man, is like, you know, he doesn't deserve that. He's a monster. He's going to leech you. You must treat him like a animal and expect him to work like a slave. And that's the mentality and mindset of the average feminists out here. Ball-busting, nut-crunching feminists. And even the guys who can pound them out and get multiple women, that's how they treat them. They treat them like, okay, line them up. They're sexually liberated. They, even with these bull rose nasal rings in their nose and rafter claws and everything else like that. And guys just use them for recreational use, but they never commit to them or get in a serious long-term relationship with them. But getting back on topic, it's about the money. The missing ingredient is your money. Being under your wallet, not under your leadership. Leadership? Listening to you? What are you, the evil patriarchy? So it comes down to money. It comes down to the economy. They're in the churches, packed in the churches. They have turned, the church has become a center for feminism. The Christian feminists, I call them, or whatever religion, hiding out in there with deep-seated venom towards men, feminism, looking for a sponsor, not a leader. Because you start quoting scriptures of the Bible, the man is the head of the woman. Women are to obey their husbands. They're like, what? You misogynist monster, you. How dare you? And it's all in the Bible. They ain't trying to hear that shit. So you've got a lot of cucked dudes in the church. So the idea is we're using religion to hold you to some traditional standards, but it's all centered around money. Money. I just say cut the bullshit. What do you need? You need money. Basically. That's all it is. It's not about you. It's certainly, a fool would think it's about him. In 2026, with all this man hating that has been going on for the last 60, 70 years, their mamas them taught them to hate you. Grandma taught them to hate your guts. The society tells them to hate you. Social media is telling them to hate you. All they talk about all day long is what they supposed to be getting from you and how you're supposed to be paying for their life and what you need to be to take care of them. You need to make $200,000 a year, $300,000, $400,000 a year. That's what they always talk about. That's it. It's about the money. It's not about you. Enjoy the ladies. And I told men to enjoy your life. You're free. Set yourself up for early retirement. Invest your money. If you find a woman, the 10% women, snatch one of them up. They're rare. The women that offer value. Hopefully keep your business inside your house. Hopefully she understands to leave the social media alone. She understands that to surround herself with women that support family. Hopefully she understands that you take care of those who take care of you. Because she has to block herself out from her girlfriends. Her girlfriends are feminists, many of them. They hate men. They hate women that are in good relationships with men. They will sabotage women that are in good relationships with men. They don't like you. Women in general don't like each other. That's why when they talk about, well, we have an island full of women only, there'll be massive amounts of bodies laying on that island after those women spite each other and assassinate each other. They don't like each other. They'll come together against men because they're programmed systematically to keep them spending, to keep them working the long hours. Some women are figuring it out. They don't want to work these long ass hours. If you calculate the commute time, some people are commuting and spending time in this car, driving to work over a month out of their life, a year, month and a half, on the highway, just driving back and forth to work. Imagine that time. See, time is precious. Money you can get back. Your health, your time, your freedom, those things are precious, especially your mental health. All your health are necessary, your financial health. Time cannot be replaced, but that time is gone. They're tired of these cubicles. They're looking at inflation. The money is not going anywhere. Their accounts are not building. The cost of living and existence is getting more expensive. Men can do things that women can't do. My car, I change my own oil. I would say 80% of my repairs unless I need to lift the car up. I can put it on jack stands, but it's so easy to just take it to my man around the corner and get certain things lifted up where he can just take it out easily, as opposed to me struggling on my back, especially as a big guy. It's like, what the hell? Just go ahead and take it around and just have them tool it out. But majority of let's say 80 to 90% of the repairs I do myself. Most women don't do that. Simple things like changing lights, changing things, an alternator or belt or hoses or any of these other things, I can do that right in front of my garage. Very easy to do. That's the things that add up. Making repairs on houses, small repairs, maintaining the air conditioning and heating system. And those are filters in there, ladies. They have to be changed. Some do it every month, some do it every 2-3 months. There's filters that need to be changed. Those things need to be cleaned and maintained. They ain't coming in your house dirty air all over, or the machine, or it's clogged. The filter is clogged because you haven't changed it. That's a whole nother story. Maintenance. Buying cars that don't last, that have plastic 3D parts, and next thing you know, you got radiator fluid leaking on the damn ground. Because the cars, certain cars and certain brands were only meant for people to drive them for 36,000 miles until the lease is over with, and then you get rid of them. This year is a Toyota product. That 2GR whatever engine in here, the 3.5. But they have certain small problems, but I drove this car all the way to Florida with 190,000 miles on it. Toyota Lexus products is what I enjoy because I have less problems, less time in the shop. I replace everything with Denso original parts. It's just easy for me to live. It's not really that stressful and that complicated. I see cars as just a mental transport to get me from one place to another. So for me, I'm not trying to flex for what? Not my nature. I like the simple life. I value freedom or materialism. I don't allow the internet to determine how I move. I don't give a rat's ass what the dude next to me drive. I don't care what he lives in either. I value freedom. Freedom, personal freedom, happiness. I am live a life where, I am content with my life. Contentment. And that's what brings peace to my life. And that's something that women cannot do because they live a life of comparison, always looking at what somebody else has. Because people in general on social media, there's a lot of sad people with happy pictures, people flexing life, vacations, things they doing. You don't know if they charge that vacation on their credit card and they had $100,000 worth of credit card debt at almost 30% interest. You don't know what the hell going on in people's lives. Women are easily influenced by that. I'm not influenced by that bullshit. I don't give a rat's ass what you got in your bank account. Men think like that. Well, that's why we're able to live free and live a peaceful life. And who cares? You can shame me for what? I don't care what you shame. It make a difference to me. But women can't stand looking around them. They can't see through the bullshit. And they think that their lives suck most of the time. So many of them be on antidepressants because they themselves, they don't understand. They figured it out now. Trying to live without men, good luck. The discipline, the order, the structure that comes with men, once that's gone, you have chaos. And chaos in a world that's getting extremely expensive. To be out here living on your own, to do all that stuff. But that ideology is stuck in the radical feminist mindset. And they're struggling between their nature to survive and to be cared for because government daddy, Uncle Sam filed for divorce, and their hatred of men. The dichotomy and the struggle between in their mindset and their mind, it's killing them. Like, man, this broke shit is whack. This loneliness stuff is lonely. See, for me and for most men, is it really, you don't see men on the internet crying about loneliness is just horniness turned upside down. That's all it is. That dude, and that's why we have such an epidemic of post-nut clarity, depression. When that guy releases his load and he looks and he's like, oh, whoa. This is just not where it's at. I'm getting the hell up out of here. I see what a peaceful life is talking about. because the women have done no development in terms of how to care and take care of men. They look aside like, damn, that's a load. That's a parasite. And they be like, hell no, I'm out of here. Dude goes to the sink, washes his Johnson off, and say, baby, I got to go. And he's out there, he's probably left his car. He jump in his car and say, I got to go. He get up out of there. He doesn't want that package deal. No matter how good that woman look. That package deal is expensive and irritating. But he enjoyed the sex. Because that's all they have to offer most men is sex. Everything else is heavy, one-sided responsibility. You basically then added 10 bags of potatoes to your back, and you have to navigate life, the brutality of life uphill. Now you just added 10 sacks of potatoes to your back as a man. Who the hell wants that? You're absolutely insane. Feminism liberated you. Make wise decisions. The conversation today is about money and bailouts and your servitude as a man. They have liberated you from the plantation. But some guys, I understand, you're not a part of the pre-owned network. So there's certain guys that are willing to surrender their freedom, surrender their life, because they don't understand that it's not about you, and it's not about all that traditionalism stuff is gone. It's about the money. We have money too. They want more money. Because your money is theirs, their money is theirs, and it's a hell of a lot easier to live today with more money. Not your opinion, not your voice, your money. Not your leadership, your money. That's it. Don't mess up the game. Enjoy your freedom. Peace is beautiful. I'm enjoying this peaceful sexual lifestyle. That doesn't mean I'll never be in a relationship. That just means that for now, unless there's something that is extremely beneficial to me, or is a situation where I can, at any time that this stuff becomes irritational, I can drop and say, I am out of here. The juice ain't worth the squeeze. I'll be on the next flight out. And I can just leave whatever's there here. You keep that. Goodbye. Damn this. I'm not doing that bullshit. Peace and blessings to you guys. It's my early morning conversation. Today I'm drinking Wawa coffee. I'm about to hit the gym, hit the treadmill. Well, people always wonder why I have so much energy. Because there ain't no women living with me. That's why. That's why I have so much energy. I don't have no women giving me a hard time. That's it. No irritation, no harassment, none of their problems or financial issues. Shoot, when it snows in the morning, I don't even have to get up anymore and clean off her car and shovel it and clean around her stuff. I only have one car to clean, this car. So everything is, no, I don't mind doing that, when I was married or in long-term relationships, but it's what it is. Part of being a man, but not anymore. So it's easy. I just flow, do what I want, when I want, how I want, when I want. The freedom, it's intoxicating. The autonomy. If I want to buy a new car today, I do it. Whatever I want to do, I do it. I don't have to consult her, talk to what, or have any conversation. It's the beautiful thing about life. That freedom is priceless, gentlemen. All married men know what I'm talking about. You married men, leave your comments down below. That autonomy. Because right now they are on what I call, after the honeymoon phase, rations. That's what they're on now. After all that shit, maybe 6, 7 years into the damn marriage or whatever, they got to deal with the bullshit. And they're like, rations. That pre-owned is being rationed to them. And many of them won't even touch it because it's given to them in a disrespectful manner. The performance is gone. Now it's just the intercourse that they enjoy. It's like, just empty your bowls and be done, buddy. There's no pushback. There's no pull. There's only push. There's no pull. Anyhow, I'm out, man. Peace and blessings. I'm going to hit the gym, guys. I enjoyed it. Make sure you guys hit the like button. I'm out.